You're going to jail. What's going on?
For what? For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges? Wow. Get out of the car now.
Hey, sir.
How you doing, man?
You have your driver's license vehicle plate, Johnny?
What's going on?
I'll be happy to tell you once I see who I'm talking to, all right?
I need you to let me know, like, what's going on. Like, what happened?
Like I said, I'd be happy to tell you once I see information.
I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you pulled me over for. Can you tell me what you pulled me over for? Is my tag expired? Is my lights off?
I'd be happy to tell you, sir. Silver Kia Forte, plate of David Charles Edwards, 0130 DCE 0130, 3 times.
You supposed to tell me what's going on, man.
Are you a lawyer, sir?
Hey, I'm representing myself right now.
Okay.
Because to be honest with you, I have a right to remain silent, right? So I could just sit here and ignore you.
I'm going to tell you what the deal is. You're probably suspended, so you don't want to give me your license.
I don't have to give you my information.
Okay.
Tell me what's going on. So, am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. This is an investigatory stop, all right? All right, here's the deal.
For all I know, you could be trying to kill me right now.
You're absolutely ridiculous, all right?
I don't care.
All right, step out of the car.
It's been 2 minutes. I'm not stepping out the car until you tell me what's going on.
All right, open the door.
Hey,
You're going to jail. What's going on?
For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges? Wow. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out. Get out of the car. You ain't getting out of the fucking car. No. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hand behind your back. I got the car. Me too. Put your hand behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back. You got it. Shoot.
Yeah.
Get out of the car. Your hands, man. Get out of the car now.
Yeah.
Hey, watch that. There's a knife right here. No, it's mine. Yours? Okay. Yeah, I threw it over there.
Step out of the vehicle. Put your hands on the car.
I'm sorry?
Put your hands on the car.
Don't touch my phone.
Get it out of your hand. Put your hand on the car.
Grab my phone! Police brutality. Police brutality. Police brutality. I ain't even doing nothing.
You listen to what we're saying?
Well, you're going to jail, too.
Real simple.
I am a female.
Hey.
I'm gonna roll you over, right? Listen. Roll you over. Knees, stand up. Get your knees up. Ready, look up. 1, 2, 3, get up. Come on, right back here.
See.
For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges? Wow. Get out of the car now. getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car now.
Shalom.
On the ground.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you few brothers and sincere sisters that watch my videos and gain edification, useful knowledge in His truth, and heed the warning. So I came across a video which led me down a rabbit hole. All right, it led me down a path to do this lesson, and you know, the apostles all down to the elders, and you know, even the brothers, the sincere brothers, you know, who do lessons, the diligent brothers who do lessons, you know and of GMS, they know and warn you about, you know, these T-Shirt Fringe Israelite groups, and about, you know, just wearing your fringes in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be walking around with your fringes, driving around with your fringes on, and you know, sporting your fringes and think it's cool and think it's some type of fashion trend or something that you want to do, and you know, going to camp with your woman, or you know, that type of thing with your fringes on and that type of thing. Like, that's not it, man. That's not it, bro. And it's not it. So in this video, you're gonna see it's two videos. There's a part 1 and part 2. I don't know if there's a part 3, but there's a part 1 and part 2, you know, and you see this individual's in Michigan, and he gets pulled over, and you know, no way, shape, form, or fashion am I making fun of these individuals, you know, but you know, that's why, you know, I thank the Lord. I thank Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, for giving us, you know, apostles and elders that give us good, you know, through the scriptures and through the Holy Spirit, you know, give us good guidance and instruction, and you know, teach us correctly, you know, certain things, and you know, which, you know, ultimately could have a big impact on your life, or you know, as you're navigating in this world that's not ours, of Esau Edoms. All right, because at the end of the day, Esau, he's in charge. All right, you know, the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is in charge, but you know, Esau is set up, you know, to rule over us. So we have to, you know, keep in mind, you know, that, you know, we're powerless against Esau, you know, in some cases, and in most cases, you know, honestly. So, you know, these individuals, they're in a vehicle, and, you know, how I know they're Israelites is because one of the individuals, he has fringes. He has T-shirt fringes on. He has fringes on his T-shirt, and you know, the apostles and elders warn us about, you know, these T-shirt fringe groups. You know, wearing fringes, like, you know, it's not necessary. You know, after camp, you take your garment off, you put your garment away. You know, that type of thing. It's no need to walk around with your garment on, with your fringes on. Why? Because, you know, the fringes was, you know, the fringes were, they were created so that we could remember not to break the laws. All right, so we could remember the laws, statutes, and commandments which the Lord gave us, so that we wasn't going off on Sabbath. All right, so you walking around with fringes, it don't make sense. And then another thing is that, you know, Another thing is that, you're making yourself a target, all right? Because this is not, you know, you think that, these Edomites don't know who you are, or they don't know what the Hebrew Israelites are and aren't targeting you? You think law enforcement is not targeting you because of who you are, and they know who you are and what you stand for? So you think that they're not targeting you? You have to think with reason and with discernment and with wisdom. All right, and that's how you know that the Lord is not dealing with some of these, a lot of these groups. All right, because I'm not even gonna say some of these groups. I'm gonna say a lot of these groups. The Lord is not dealing with them because they're not using wisdom. All right, they thinking carnal. All right, so I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. Lord willing, you're edified. So this is Matthew 16, Matthew 10 and 16, Salakia, and it reads, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So in this walk of ours, we supposed to be wise as serpents. Salakia, we supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And it reads, "I behold, I send you send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves." All right. So you're supposed to use wisdom, you know, in the midst of these wolves. All right. But you're not supposed to be carnal. So you're not supposed to be carnally minded. You know. So this dude, he don't know that. And that's from a lack of guidance, lack of leadership. These brothers, these people in these other camps are not breaking down the scriptures properly, or they don't know the scriptures well enough to understand, to apply this into their life, into life situations. If the cops pull you over, if the law enforcement pulls you over, you're supposed to just uh go with them. Basically, you have no power. They're gonna do it. Either you're gonna go or they're gonna take you by force. Let me get that. All right. Okay. So this is Matthew. We're gonna go to Matthew 5:25, and it reads, Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison." All right. So you're supposed to agree with your adversary quickly. Say, "All right, cool, 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 cool. I'll do whatever you say." You know, it sounds like you being soft or whatever, but at the same time you applying wisdom because you got no control. Now, what happens when that Roman centurion rolls up on you, and and you say, and you start trying to fight him? Now you're just gonna anger him. You're just gonna anger him, because now he might be confounded, but you're not in a position to bargain or to argue with him. All right, because you know at that moment they have more authority over the situation, and already in their mind they have set, they have that spirit on them that they're going to do what they want to do. All right, so the best thing to do is agree with them. All right, agree with thy adversary quickly. All right, because at that moment they cool with you, or they just, they not angry. They're like, all right, what I'm saying. He went along with it. He complied. While thou art are in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge. So then like that, he gonna change, he gonna switch up on you. You know? He gonna switch up on you, and then he gonna haul your ass in the jail, in the prison. All right? And if in the video, as you can see, you know, I'm gonna play the video. As you can see, you know, he rolls up to the car. This is the second clip, but in the first clip, you're gonna see he rolls up to the car. He asks the man to see his license. The dude says no. You know, the dude says no. He says, why are you pulling me over? Which, you know, I'm not angry because that's a logical question. You pull me over, you know what I'm saying? You say, you know, you like, what's going on? What's wrong? Officer, what's wrong? Because you want to know you did something wrong. You know? And then he says, let me see your license and your paperwork, your documentation. But you're supposed to present that to him, you know? But see, a lot of people have, they have gotten corrupted, you know, not corrupted, but they have gotten, they're making themselves overwise because they get on social media and they listen to these so-called teachers, these people who teaching them about the law, but they don't understand. But they don't understand the law don't work for us. The law works against us, you know, and not to mention if you know the law don't work for us. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right, you know. But at the same time, if you know you and then you know you could be being tested, you know. So you have to have faith that the Lord is going to deliver you. At the end of the day, you got to have faith that the Lord is going to deliver you out of that situation, because you can't just say, "Oh well," you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's plenty of times that brothers have gotten pulled over on the way to camp, but you can't sit there and fight with the officer. You got to agree with them, or you know, or you brothers get pulled over, you know, driving around, you know, something's wrong, you know, you ain't got enough money to do certain things or to fix your vehicle or get inspection or whatever, and you know, you get pulled over, you know, but you agree with the cop. Sometimes the cop's a dick, you know, Salakia for saying that. Sometimes the officer is a jerk, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they be cool with you and they let you go. They let you slide. All right? They you know, you give them your information, they be like, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to give him, you know, I'm going to let him go." Because he complied. He did everything he was supposed to do. So I'm going to let you watch some of this video. And then in the video, you can see, and another thing you could tell that these are, that they in the truth, you know what I'm saying, that they have knowledge of the truth, is because in the video you can hear the woman inside the vehicle scream the name of the Lord. All right, but if you in the wrong, you know, nothing happened. It could have gotten a lot worse. You know, she screamed the name of the Lord. She didn't get dragged. He got dragged. So maybe the Lord got a problem with him. You know, maybe she just happened to be in a vehicle and the Lord got a problem with him, not with her, until she started opening up her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And the officer's like, "Well, you going to jail too." You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, he got dragged. He got dragged out the car. This individual, you know. Let's watch this.
Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Get out. Get out out of the car.
See, they yelling at him to get out the car. What does it say? Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and now be cast into prison. But, you know, as they taking him out the car, they tell him get out the car. And he refused to get out the car. All right? They told him to get out the car the first time. Now another time they tell him to get out the car, but now they're using force. It says, well, thou art in way with Salakia. I'm botching it up. Agree with the adversary while thou art in the way with him. Let's see what that means. If we could pull out a deeper meaning. Course of conduct. You know, properly a way of thinking, feeling, deciding, a way of thinking, a course of conduct. A way of thinking, feeling, or deciding. So agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art, you know, in the way with them. So there you got it. You know, let's say anytime the adversary deliver thee to the judge, let's look up adversary. Opponent in a suit of law, an adversary, enemy. Opponent in lawsuit, especially Satan, the arch enemy, adversary. All right? So that's the adversary. Esau Edom. You know? But he had time. He could have changed it up.
You ain't getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hand behind your back. I got the car. Me too. Put your hand behind your back.
And, you know, 9 times out of 10, all you got to do is comply. Because why? Because Esau wants to know he got the biggest, you know what, in the room. You know what I'm saying? The biggest dick in the room. You know what I'm saying? He wants to know that he's in charge. He got a complex. He got a complex. Esau has a complex. And you gotta stroke his ego. You gotta let him think that he running shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't argue with that man. He's a madman. Let's see. And Esau hated Jacob because the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and then I will slay my brother Jacob. All right? So you got to understand, this dude right here, you know, Esau wants to slay Jacob. He already got it out for you. This man already got it out for you.
Put your other hand behind your back. You got to shoot. Yeah. Get out of the car. Get your hands, man. Get out of the car now. that? There's a knife right here. No, it's mine. Yours? Yeah, I threw it over there.
Step out of the vehicle.
Boom. If you look closely, you're gonna see the fringes at the bottom of his t-shirt, and you might see some part of the.
Put your hands on the car.
Look,
Put your hands on the car.
Don't touch my phone.
Get it out of your hand.
look, the fringes. You see is either the border blue at the bottom with the gold fringes. Don't think these law enforcement don't know who you are. They know who you are. They know who you are, and trust me. Some of them is they be all right as long as you peacefully. If you peaceably, why? Because some of them is clan members, and they don't like you. But you just making their job easier, because now you're making yourself a target by walking around with these fringes, and that's why the apostles and elders, who we learn from, they teach you, they tell us not to walk around with those on, to wear those fringes, and that's them fringe Israelite group. That's them walking around with fringes on. It's a prime example.
Police brutality. Police brutality. Police brutality. I ain't even do nothing.
You listen to what we're saying? Oh, you're going to jail, too. Real simple.
I am a female.
Now you got your woman out there. You got these Edomites manhandling your woman. You know what I'm saying? You driving around with T-shirt fringes on, T-shirt with fringes on, you know what I'm saying, promoting that you a Hebrew Israelite, and now you got these Edomites manhandling your woman.
Alright, I'm gonna roll you over, right?
And she don't understand why the Lord is not the Lord protected you, because he could have had them Edomites put some lead in your ass. All right, this shit could have went way left. Maybe that was a chastisement. Maybe that was a way the Lord trying to wake you up and let you know you're going off. You need to change whatever's going on in your life. You need to better yourself. All right? Maybe you're doing something wicked and you're going off. Maybe your doctrine is off, and that's the issue. Your doctrine is off, and the Lord is chastising you. But you don't want to admit it. You don't want to wake up to the truth.
Listen, roll you over. Knees, stand up. Get your knees up. Right hand, look up. 1, 2, 3, get up. Come on, right back here.
I see.
For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges?
On what charges? Let's see. I got 2 Corinthians 2:6, giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed. All right? So you're not supposed to do nothing that will cause the ministry to be blamed. All right? And this is bringing heat to the ministry. All right? I'm not saying the ministry is not already hot already and they not on, law enforcement is not on to, what's going on, because they are. but giving no offense in anything that the ministry be blamed. You don't want to bring any unwanted heat or attention to you or any other camps out there. But these, these other camps, you know, they don't care. They think they're supposed to go through this. Sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you can avoid it. Sometimes it's avoidable. Sometimes I feel like, that possibly could have been avoided. This is well, I read that already. Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee unto the officer, and now cast him into prison. And then it's something that I pulled up that on a Google search, all right, and this is according to the Southern poverty law, all right, and they have like a whole article. You can look it up, Southern poverty law, and they have a whole thing. SPLC designated hate group. Date founded 1969. Since the late 1960s, the radical Hebrew Israelite ideology splintered from increasingly anti-Semitic, anti-white, LGBTQ, xenophobic, and misogynic sect group who preach they are the true Israelites of the Bible and perpetuate an anti-Semitic belief that so-called Jews have stolen their identity and birthright. So why we can't, it's funny how it's not funny, but it's funny how anybody else could be whatever they want. A dude could be a fucking triceratops or a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, but I can't be what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't claim my true heritage, my true identity as a so-called black man in America. But a nigga could walk around and say he's a fucking garanimal. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking dinosaur. He's a fucking ostrich or some shit like that. This shit is absolutely mad. Date founded 1969 across the United States. Location across the United States. Ideology, general hate. So that's just showing you that, and look, I bet you 9 times out of 10 that's ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? How they, posting photos. And I believe that's the only group that they have posting a photo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look like they took the photo for them. Like, they volunteered. Like, they was like, all right, let me pose. Extremist group info. So, we, in the truth, we're labeled as a hate group, an extremist hate group at that. Radical Hebrew Israelites. SPLC uses the term radical Hebrew Israelites to differentiate from the greater Hebrew Israelites, Hebrew Israelite faith. Hebrew Israelites should not be confused with black Jews or Jewish individuals of color. No longer refers to these groups as solely black Hebrews. There are Latin and indigenous members of these groups and are non-radical sects of the Hebrew Israelite faith who identify as black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, they said they non-radical, but guess what? They're going to scoop you up in the same damn spoon and put you in the same damn bowl. All right? Just because they say they're radical and non-radical, it's still the same thing. To them, it's the same damn pot. The same soup, the same porridge. It's the same damn thing. The continued struggle, okay, for radical Hebrew Israelite groups. However, the similarities are used the foundation of anti-Semitic beliefs. First of all, it's Shemitic. We're Shemitic people, okay? Yo, this is just wild. All right? You can look this up yourself too. I'm just going through this because it was just like, uh, this is my first time coming across this, and there's probably brothers that knew about this, that's been in the truth longer, you know, they know about this already. But these anti-Semitic beliefs influenced the mainstream as well in 2020. Actor and comedian podcast Cannon's Class. So this goes into the history of what happened in 2020 with Nick Cannon. When he said what he said, and they made him go back. You know what I'm saying? And then the black Jewish communities have both faced enormous hatred, oppression. Um, he committed to educating himself on anti-Semitism. All right, and October 22nd, Kyrie Irving, until recently played for the NBA's Brooklyn Nets. The movie Hebrews to Negroes pushes enduring anti-Semitic tropes about Jewish power and Holocaust denial, arguing that the Jewish people distorted historical facts to conceal the nature and protect their status and power. And he even said, I cannot be anti-Semitic. I know where I'm from, and a lot of these people, they know about the truth, and they're not going to admit it though, because they don't want to lose their bread and butter. All right? And let me see. This is Luke 9:24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. But a lot of these people, these celebrities, they not prepared. They scared. They not prepared to lose their life, or lose their life for the Lord. They not prepared. Because as soon as they buck up, and there comes Massa. He comes, you know what I'm saying? Here comes Esau, he comes and he quiet that shit down. He be like, you know what? Yank. He yanks that fucking network, that channel of, you know what I'm saying, your show off the air and all this other stuff, or takes away your ability to play for him. And a lot of these celebrities, they not ready to live this hard life. They not ready to live that life. All right? The brothers and sisters in the truth, we live in that hard life. We not living that soft life. We live in that hard life. Because to live in the truth, you live in that hard life. You constantly getting tested day in and day out. All right? That was just a little taste for them. And then you see how quickly they ran back to to Esau and started apologizing. All right? You could read this yourself and see, it was saying the Israel united in Christ, IUIC gathered outside Barclays Center and chanted, "We are the real Jews," distributing anti-Semitic literature. Irvin has since apologized for in a joint statement with Anti-Defamation League and the Brooklyn Nets. All right, so he denied all of that, and all right, and The groups defined as radical Hebrew Israelites by the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law, something, whatever, I don't know what the C stands for, are part of the One West or One West ideology formed in the 1960s by Abba Bivens. So they already know about all of that. These dudes done did their research, you know what I'm saying, on us. They done did their research. They know all about the history. In the original school in Harlem neighborhood in New York City, Bivens called for the return to more extreme adherence to religious texts and gave it rise to much of the hate-filled beliefs as radical Hebrew Israelites we list today. So don't think that they don't know who we are, you know. Among most prominent groups, there's conscience in most beliefs, but they lack unity and often compete to slander each other. It's not supposed to be unity. We're supposed to be set apart. We're supposed to be united in doctrine. The most prominent groups are Israel United in Christ, led by Bishop Nathaniel Ben Israel, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, ISUPK, led by General Yohana, Great Millstone, GMS, led by Elder Tahar, and Sakari, aka Exodus 17:15, led by Guerrilla Hebrew. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 4 groups up here. Those are the 4 top groups. You know? So don't think that these devils don't know who we are. All right? And when they come to get us, they're going to come to get us. They're going to sweep. You know, just be prepared. Don't be sitting out there at camp with no lawn chair, you know what I'm saying, with your wife and your kids and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how this is going to go down. This is not, you know, this is not a cakewalk. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Save. Safe and sound to rescue from danger, destruction, to save us suffering from disease, to preserve, to deliver from penalties of messianic judgment, to save from evils which obstruct the reception of the messianic deliverance. All right? To do well, to save, you know. For whoever will save his life will lose it. In this truth, we're here to save our lives. But we lose our lives, actually. We save it and we lose it. We lose our worldly lives, our carnal lives. Whoever saves his life shall lose it. But whoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. We're going to go through some shit, y'all. For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he shall come in his own glory and his Father's and the glory and the holy angels. But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the kingdom of the Most High. So, you know, I'm just it led me, this whole video led me down a rabbit hole, you know, of different things, so a lot of different topics. So, you know, if it started out is, you know, talking about the T-shirt fringes, but then, it went into a lot of other things, because, it touches on a lot of different subjects. Here you are driving around with T-shirt fringes on with your I don't know, another dude in the camp, a brother in the camp, and your woman, y'all driving around with the fringes on. Y'all get pulled over because your paperwork ain't correct or something, and here it is, you wind up getting dragged out the car. All right, by these Edomite devils.
What
You know what I'm
charge?
saying?
On what charge? Wow. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out. Get out of the car. You ain't getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hand behind your back. I got the car. Me too. Put your hand behind your back. Put your other hand behind your back. You gotta shoot. Yeah. Get out of the car. Put your hands, man. Get out of the car now. Yeah. Hey, watch that. There's a knife right here. No, it's mine. Yours? Okay. Yeah, step out of the vehicle. I got my man. Put your hands on the car.
I'm sorry?
Put your hands on the car.
Don't touch my phone.
Get it out of your hand. Put your hand on the car.
Grab my phone! Police brutality. Police brutality. Police brutality. I ain't even doing nothing.
You want some more safe? Oh, you're going to jail too. Real simple.
I am a female.
Alright. I'm gonna roll you over, right? Listen. Roll you over. Knees, stand up. Get your knees up. Right hand, look up. 1, 2, 3, get up. Come on, right back here.
See.
For what? You ain't. What charges? On what charges? Wow. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out. Get out of the car. You ain't getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hands behind your back.